What's going on, YouTube, and welcome to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte. We are not even 2 weeks into the NHL season. We are already seeing some interesting stuff going on off the ice. According to the COVID situation, the Washington Capitals, the Dallas Stars, the Carolina Hurricanes, we're going to be taking a look at all of that in this video. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, you guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and to subscribe down below, and let's take a look at the NHL and the COVID so far. Wow. So, we have some juicy stuff to get into. Let's just get right into it. We're going to start things up in Washington. A day after the Washington Capitals were fined $100,000 for the ownership. And so, 4 players, guys, incoming jokes: Alex Ovechkin, Evgeny Kuznetsov, Dmitry Orlov, and Ilya Samsonov. You see the pattern there? They're all Russian. And they're all playing poker together in a hotel room. Anyway, they were deemed unavailable to play, according to Coach Peter Laviolette, who told reporters there was a positive test and all 4 who are now quarantining would be out at least 4 games. So, potentially your 4 Russian superstars are out for the next 4 games. Laviolette did not identify who tested positive. According to the Washington Post, though, they did find out that it is supposedly the goaltender, Ilya Samsonov, and the goalie was asymptomatic Tuesday, the time of his positive test. Okay. The 4 players were together in a hotel room, like I mentioned, maskless on a recent road trip. The league's contact tracing process revealed, according to the Post, the league does not permit social interactions among team members who were in close contact and who were not wearing face coverings. Okay. So, I'm going to make this as non-political as possible. This is stupid. This is crazy. Okay, so something's not adding up here. Now, here's the thing. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys remember last time, but in the playoff bubble for the 2019 season, the Washington Capitals were taking a little bit of scrutiny from the media, specifically because there was internal sources saying that the Capitals weren't taking the playoff bubble seriously. Ovi already won a Stanley Cup, and they really weren't that interested in the playoffs. Now, coming back, that may be just an excuse because they got their ass whooped by the New York Islanders. That may have just been an excuse, but we're seeing once again the Capitals kind of like, whatever, we're on vacation. We're in this little bubble situation. We might as well make the most of it. Not taking it that seriously. That may be the situation with the Capitals. Here's the problem, though. So they're saying that these 4 players were together, maskless, in a room hanging out, doing, I hope it was just poker, but we've seen Kuznetsov in for other situations as well, using illegal substances. So, who cares? That's besides the point. The problem I have with this is they were, whatever, together, maskless. Now, here's the problem. They're maskless, next to each other, not social distancing on a bench during the games. So, like, what's the difference? Okay? So that's the first thing. That still blows my mind. And then we get to the second part of this, which is, now, why did Ilya Samsonov test positive? So, they haven't been testing Samsonov while he's been in the bubble, or in, like, nobody's been testing him. So, why did it even get to the point where, even if he's on the bench, let's say he's not playing that night, right? They have Vitek Vanacek play, right? He's on the bench. Now, he's wearing a mask or whatever, but he's still, like, next to the guys in the locker room and everything, right? So, or, like, at the end of the game when they win and they, like, go up to him and pat him and shit, like, they're, like, up in each other's face. He could have gave COVID to the whole team. So, now he's asymptomatic. We don't know how long he's had COVID, apparently. I think this is the NHL's way of kind of like, all right, we're going to make one of these guys a scapegoat. We're going to give them a positive test, and we're going to make them all sit now. They're going to be punished. The $100,000 fine to the owner wasn't enough, so we're just going to make it worse. And we're going to make all 4 of these guys sit now because we're going to say, he tested positive, even though he may or may not have actually had the virus. So I think that's quite interesting because he shouldn't have been playing if he was asymptomatic. So all of a sudden they test him and it turns out he's asymptomatic after they were breaking rules. So I'm not even a Capitals fan. I'm actually very happy about this because I'm a freaking New York Islanders fan. And the New York Islanders play the Washington Capitals next week. So the Islanders benefit from not having to play Alex Ovechkin, who is their top goal scorer, Evgeny Kuznetsov, and Ilya Samsonov, and Dmitry Orlov. So they're taking their starting goaltender. They're taking their best goal scorer in Ovechkin, probably their second best goal scorer in Evgeny Kuznetsov, and one of their top 4 defensemen. Thank you. Thank the Lord. This was a great week for the Islanders, who have already been taking care of business, and they're just going to clean up the scraps of the Capitals next week. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I better make sure the Islanders win those 2 games now, because I'm saying that. But not a good look for the Caps. I'm sure other teams are doing this around the league, just nobody's saying anything because they didn't get caught. So, whatever. So, that's besides the point. All right, so let's get on to something else. Now, I do want to mention also that Ovechkin's wife came out and actually said she obviously doesn't... Yeah, this is what she said. Of course, only Russian players of Washington Capitals were together in the same hotel room. Of course, all of the other NHL players, when playing away, separating themselves from their teammates. Of course, you can't catch the virus when you and your teammates sit together on the bench, hug each other when they score a goal, or when they are all together in the lounge or locker room. Players can't get affected when they are at the restaurants, supermarkets, malls, etc. Virus only works in a hotel room. Yo, she's a freaking savage. I'll give her that. I mean, it's true. This is what I was just talking about. Like, they're allowed to... Like, I don't understand. This is why, like, even... Again, I hate to do this because I'm going to take a lot of shit for it. But this whole virus thing, I hate to say it, whatever. So, you're allowed to sit somewhere. Oh, but you're eating. You're allowed to take your mask off for that because you're eating. You could still, like... spread this virus to somebody. You know that, right? Okay. And people like making your food, like they could have the virus. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, so she's explaining what I was just talking about. So I got somebody backing me up. So there you freaking go. All right, so moving along. Now, I'm going to get a lot of either heat or a lot of love for that, but I seriously, this virus thing is really getting me nuts, and my stocks have been taking a hit because of it, so I'm not really that happy about it, if I'm going to be honest. All right, so we've been hearing enough about this Washington Capitals thing. Is that all that's in this article? Okay, that's all that was in the article, but some other good news. We're going to talk about some good news. Now, the first thing, we're going to take a look. All right. I'm going to probably just edit this part out. All right, guys. So here we go. The Dallas Stars are coming back. They are ready to start their NHL season tonight. Very exciting news. So some good news out of this whole situation. The Dallas Stars are coming back. Now, when things got really bad for the Dallas Stars, I believe 16 or 17 players, I'm not even talking about coaching staff and player personnel on the bench, they contracted the virus as well, but 17 players got the virus. So we'll see how this goes for the Dallas Stars. Are they going to be world beaters out there? Or are they going to look a little bit slow, a little bit behind everybody else? It's something to keep an eye on. They already have to reschedule their games against, I believe, the Nashville Predators and the Florida Panthers. So we'll see how this goes for Dallas. Definitely an interesting start to the season, to say the least. They will be starting, so COVID-19 outbreak. That's 17 players test positive. By far the largest concentration for any team, any NHL team to date. And then we also have to get the latest news on the Carolina Hurricanes. So the NHL postponed Carolina games until at least January 23rd after 5 players land on the COVID-19 list. Let's take a look. Okay, so Hurricane center Jordan Staal and Predators forward Mikael Granlund were the only 2 players currently in the league's COVID-19 protocol. However, since that time, a total of 5 Hurricanes have landed on the list. Tuesday was supposed to be the second game of the back-to-back, which they did not play out of precaution. And that seems to be it. So Carolina should hopefully be coming back this weekend for their 2 tilts against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we'll see what happens there. Tampa has only played 3 games this season. They're like, guys, we got to play. We're losing out on the power rankings now because we're not playing enough games. Give me these freaking games. So we'll see what happens. So, recap. Washington Capitals for the next week will be without Alex Ovechkin, Dmitry Orlov, Evgeny Kuznetsov, and Ilya Samsonov. That's the first thing out of Washington. The Dallas Stars return tonight, so they will start their NHL season. So very exciting there. And the Carolina Hurricanes will be out at the very least, until tomorrow, where they play the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we'll be getting updates on that as well. So guys, if you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, more videos like this, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and a subscribe down below. Guys, we are so close to 1K. It's killing me. We're less than 150 subscribers from that. So help out the cause. Help us get to 1K and make sure to subscribe if you have not already. Guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great week and stay safe.